Hello, 69 years young, yoga teacher here, Gay Fry. And this time I'd like to mention some tips for stress and anxiety. And mostly how that occurs is with lack of breathing. When you're born breathing correctly. You inhale and your body fills, and when you exhale, the body expels out stale gases and air. Most women, when they're pregnant, I've noticed that they start breathing correctly too. But otherwise, unless you've had voice lessons or martial arts, a lot of people aren't breathing correctly. Number one, they're doing little shallow breathing, just little, and many of them are even like holding their breaths way too long. I've had people be sent to my yoga classes by their doctors because they said they weren't breathing. And it's true, many people are only breathing little tiny breaths. And that happens, things happen, so people start to round over the shoulders to protect their heart, and they kind of smush their little lungs, and they're just breathing little teeny bits while they're busy doing everything. Also, when you're in that mind chatter stuff, you're kind of like only one brain too, like maybe just left brain. So the thinking thing, thinking, that's that mind chatter stuff too. So with breathing techniques, you can balance the brain and you can fill up the lungs and oxygenate. No disease can live in oxygen. It's your best medicine and it's absolutely free so far. So anyhow, let's look at breathing. You want to inhale, ideally if you can, you want to inhale to like about 4 and then exhale 6 or 8, just to start out. If you can build up, fine. But just starting out, see if you can inhale to 4, 3, 4, and then exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you can, go to 8. Because again, you want to get that stale stuff out of the bottom of your lungs. You want to clear it out. So that's one technique. And that alone, if you can get yourself to start doing that 2 minutes, 1 minute even a day, you get that oxygen going into your body and your lungs. Oxygen is O2. When you go outside after a rain, you have O3. By the oceans, lakes, you have O3. Oxygen to the 3rd power. And by waterfall, the stream. So it's good to know. So I love to sit outside after a rain and breathe in that fresh air. It feels really, really good because you're getting more oxygen. Just make sure you take your shoulders back. Again, to emphasize when you are moving about in life that you want to keep those shoulders back, open that heart and lungs. Give them room so you can move about. Now, a good way to balance, another way to balance the brain with the breath is to do alternate nostril breathing. And it really does bring that oxygen back and forth across the brain. So you can do it like this. Most people do, you put the thumb and the other 2 fingers here, and you put these 2 fingers down, and you start out by putting the thumb across the right nostril, and you inhale and exhale to the left. Block it, inhale, and exhale through the right. Block it off, inhale and exhale. It's very simple. And once you get going, you can even develop a nice little rhythm. I love to do the rhythm. In India, it's very important, and so they teach all the breathing with nice rhythms. Anyhow, it's lovely. So, and then with that, I just have to show you, you can use a couple of poses too to help you with stress and anxiety. Of course, good old child's pose, because again, that head is below the heart. The heart doesn't have to work to get that blood and oxygen to the brain, so the body's really healthy, happy. And that, again, that's that low back opens up. And I like the knees together with the belly on the thighs, because then people can rest their bellies on their thighs and give it a little massage while they breathe. But some people can't. If you can't, you can always use a cushion in here. You can use a cushion in here. It doesn't matter. You can do anything anyway. You can do it like this if you need to. Use some pillows here for your head. Don't let a picture of the way anyone else does it stop you. Find a way so that you can get that oxygen flowing and get movement going in your body. Now, another one of my really favorites I love is good old bridge. And bridge, it's so good for everything. Just put your heels close to your derriere, put your hands down beside you, and then push up. And you're strengthening the glutes. But good old, just look at the blood and oxygen is again flowing to the brain. This pose is good for hot flashes. It's good for depression. It's good for anxiety, everything. It is just lovely. Now, you can also, if you like, you can just stay right here, or you can clasp your fingers underneath. You can come up onto your shoulders and then push your chin into your chest, and then this makes it good for the thyroid. But it doesn't matter. However you do it, it's just wonderful. And then breathe. And look at the heart and lungs are nice and open. And make sure you're not just belly breathing. Check that breath. Get the belly and the lungs. Do the diaphragm and the lungs. And then just lower. And then you can also always bring your knees in a little bit. Nice little gentle roll. This is so good for your low back and everything. I always tell people to do this one if you're going to rearrange your furniture or help somebody move, because it will help keep that supple and energized. Okay, and then you can cross your ankles and rock on up, which is crossing the ankles and rocking, believe it or not, is good for balancing your polarity. So I hope you enjoyed those. Oh, also, don't forget my awesome book, 111 Ways to Let Go of Painful Relationships, and start that awesome relationship with yourself. Developing compassion for who you are so that you can get that compassion out into the rest of the world, because we need it. So thank you very much. Namaste and peace be with you. Look forward to seeing you again soon.